MMA Oddsbreaker, Frank Trigg here. Of course, that's the blessed one, Michael Chandler. Mike, you've grown up into a man. You're 12-0. You're getting ready to fight Eddie Alvarez, but you got a little scruff going on there. It's finally coming
Yeah,
in. You finally hit puberty.
yeah. I know. I just turned 27 a couple months ago. I'm hoping to get my old man strength here in my next birthday, hopefully.
Yeah, it doesn't. Old man strength doesn't come to your 35. Good luck with that. I'm just letting you know. You got to wait a little
Man,
while. The
yes,
problem is that you're so strong right now that when you get your old man strength, I'm really going to be scared. Like it's going to be a
God.
bad thing.
Well, I hope so, man. It's all about maturity and getting beards and stuff. So hopefully mine comes in pretty patchy. So hopefully it starts filling out.
Well, you know what happens next though. You're finally getting your beard and your mustache hair in. Then all of a sudden, your ear hair and your nose hair starts to grow. So now it
See, I
becomes a
don't
whole
want that.
thing.
Yeah, I gotta. Yeah, for right now, I don't have to use one of those nose trimmers or ear trimmers. So we'll see what happens in the future.
Yeah, it takes me about a good 20 minutes to get ready, including the shower, because 3 minutes of it is okay. Let's go. Yeah, every
Yeah,
day. It's every day. It never stops. It's horrible. So good luck.
nonstop.
Good luck getting old. Just don't,
Thanks.
Mike. No matter what you do in your life, just don't get old. So
Okay,
there.
I'll try to.
You're not very vocal. You're not a taunter. You're not a trash talker. You don't talk shit on your opponents. You're very respectful. You're very polite. But with this Eddie Alvarez fight, you kind of became a little bit of a trash talker, but in a very respectful way. Resign your contract. I'll give you an immediate rematch and show you again. I'm going to beat your butt again. Like you didn't. You made no bones about it. You didn't mix words. You knew that you were going to beat him the first time. You know you're going to beat him the second time. And all the contract antics he was trying to do with the UFC and between Bellator and all that was mainly, in your opinion, at least the way that I saw it from sitting over here, to you it looked like it was just a distraction to keep him from having to fight you again. He was kind of running away from you because he didn't want to take that kind of beating again. Did I read that right from watching the interviews and talking to you?
I don't know. I mean, for me, it's never about who I want to fight. I mean, as fighters, I think I spend too much time talking about who they want to fight or talking their way into fights and selling themselves and selling fights and all that kind of stuff. I'm still young in the sport to where I need to be focusing all my time and all my emotions and all my efforts right here in the gym. So. I didn't know what was going to happen with his contract stuff. Didn't know whether or not he was going to stay or go, or what he was going to do. I always said from the get go, he's a family man. He's got 3 kids to take care of and a wife, so he was going to make the decision that was going to be best for his family. So I had well wishes for him and for that. And then it just so happens that he re-signed a contract with Bellator, and now in a little over a week, we get to do it again. So we'll see.
What's different about you since the last fight? Like, obviously, we were making fun of you getting a little bit more mature and growing some facial hair, but there's obviously some other stuff that's gone on with you too that has made you a different fighter since the last time you two have fought.
Yeah, I think it's just time. Time in the sport. I mean, with the, how it is, man. A wrestler. If you give a wrestler time, you know, we're gonna put the work in. We're not just gonna put work in. We're gonna put hard work in and disciplined work and make the right decisions and do things that other guys aren't willing to do. And that's exactly what I've done over the last 2 years since we fought last. I mean, I've put in so much time in sparring, so much time in on the ground, so much more time with my coaches, a good friend of yours, Neil Melanson. He's been out here in San Diego training. He'll be here this morning, and I've just gotten so much better on the ground, on my feet, technical wise, but also mental wise. I've fought 3 more fights. I've gotten more settled into this sport, more settled in as a veteran, more and more credit and more. I hold more weight in this sport now, having a couple more dominant victories since the Alvarez fight. So I think more people look at me like I might actually have the potential to be one of the best lightweights in the world, and I'm just working hard to continue to prove to people that I'm in this sport for a reason, and that's to be the best. So I just feel a ton more mature, a ton more comfortable, and a ton more prepared going into this fight.
A lot of guys don't really get it, but from a wrestling standpoint, sometimes missing a tournament or missing a couple of dual meets actually makes you better because you need some time off to rest and heal. You've had 3 fights since the Alvarez fight, and you've been very dominant in all those fights. Do you think the time off that Eddie's had, take the stress out of not having any money coming in, take away the stress of not sure what's going to go on, where I was going to be, my contract with this, my contract with that, but just the physical time off of not having to be in a training camp? With that length that he's been off, do you think that's helped him become a better fighter, or do you think it's hurt him because now you're starting to look into that edge of ring rust and what's going to happen?
It's hard to tell. A guy like me, taking time off, I can't take time off because I have that mentality that I'm so far behind in the sport. A guy like Eddie's been in the sport 8-9 years or however long it's been.
Yeah.
He's I don't want to say he's peaked, but he's he has soaked up as much knowledge as he possibly could in that amount of time. So a guy like him, a little bit of time off might be the best thing for him. But on the other end of it, you can't really get into a guy's head. You don't really know how he's going to react. And I know there was a lot of stress and a lot of stuff going on, he said, in his life. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how his life has changed. I know he's changed training camps and done all that kind of stuff. But all I can really vouch for is how I feel, and I feel great, and I feel confident going into this fight.
How's your weight?
My weight is good. I'm about 170-ish. I woke up 170 this morning, so 15 over. I mean, for me, I had a back-to-back training camp for my last. I was going to fight Dave Jansen. He pulled out, got hurt, and then had to fight Dave Rickles 9 weeks later. So I was literally in like a 16-week training camp. So when I finished Rickles, I literally didn't work out for a couple weeks. I was back in Missouri, taking some time off. You know how it is, man. Letting the body heal up, because I wasn't just in one training camp. I was basically in 2 training camps, and I got kind of chunky and happy. Not real chunky, but I was like 188, so I was getting up there. But I just do things right, and I've dieted hard the last 3 weeks, and my weight comes down pretty good.
The gym, Alliance Training Center, has changed a lot since you've gone there. It at first was kind of a ragtag crew of guys. It's kind of everyone had a passion to train and become better. Solid coaching has shown up. Neil Melanson's down there now all the time, back and forth between there and here at Extreme Couture in Vegas. You've got, pretty much, it used to be everybody was in Vegas. Then everyone's kind of gone off on their own spot. A lot of names now are down there in Alliance. What's it like some days walking into that room and going, I'm not going to have a good practice today. Like I'm gonna take a thumping because there are guys in here that I just can't catch. And you're the name, and these are guys we don't even know about yet, let alone the Phil Davises and the Viras and those guys are there already. They're a different weight class that you don't train with. What's it like some days walking in there getting ready to take that beating from guys that we as fans don't know yet?
Yeah, it's crazy. That's what I talk about whenever I first got here. I was freaking out because I was supposed to be the top 10 lightweight. I was supposed to be like the good guy, and I kind of almost like put too much pressure on myself to win every single round. And here you don't win every single round. If you are winning every single round, Eric Del Fierro is darn sure going to make sure he throws somebody in fresh on you so that you do lose a round. It's tough, but it goes back to that wrestling mindset where that you have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to be in those kinds of bad situations to grow as a competitor. Since I moved here, I do feel like I've made lots of improvements. And some days you walk into that sparring. I walk into that sparring session, into that gym that day on Friday mornings like these guys are about to do, and you get that sick feeling in your stomach, like you have to do what you're about to do, and you don't want to do it, but it's just one of those things where you just gotta bite down on your mouthpiece and take it for what it is, and just hope that every day I pray for protection and improvement. I just want to get better every single day. And being pushed by these guys, like you said, guys that the general MMA media or fans don't necessarily even know, that are going to make some waves here in the future.
You still get butterflies when you go into practices on those tough days. You still get butterflies and get a little sick to your stomach when you're making that walk into the cage too.
No. It's different. I think when I go into a fight, it's just I've competed so many times. I'm not going to say that I'm not nervous a little bit, I guess. Maybe I suppress it all, but I'm okay with the uncertainty that's about to happen. I know it all comes down to preparation and discipline and what you've done the 8 to 10 weeks training camp before you step into the cage that night. And I know myself, how hard I've worked. I know that I've put myself in the best situation possible. So if I go out there, I'm not worried about losing. You know, we all lose. We all are going to take losses. Nobody stays undefeated in this sport. So if it's my time to lose, it's my time to lose. And, you know, I don't think you're going to see me be too upset about it, because I know that I've done everything that I possibly could to prepare to win that night.
Mike, thanks for spending a couple minutes with us here at MMA Oddsbreaker. I appreciate it. I know you're busy today, and I know I caught you right before a training session. So get a shave, get a little edge up on that little man. That little man beard's growing in to hide the patches. And you definitely due for a haircut too. So you need to go ahead and take care of that.
I know. I'm gonna go get that done. I think tomorrow.
Good.
So,
Last question before I let you out of here. PBR's in Vegas this weekekend. It started a couple days ago. You're usually here when this stuff is going on. This is how we usually catch up every year, is when there's a rodeo in town. Michael Chandler's in town. Any of your boys in town, or who am I calling to get tickets?
Yeah, shoot. Yeah, give me I can put you through to Gina, who works. She handles all the PBR ticketing and stuff. And there's it's a good year to be there. I mean, I'm missing it because of the fight, obviously, but we got it's basically the American versus the Brazilian.
Yeah.
It's Silvano Alves has won it the last 2 years, and Monster Energy Bull Rider JB Mooney just took the number 1 spot, and they've been battling back and forth all year. And my boy LJ Jenkins is actually sitting number 2 in the event right now. So it's exciting. I'm watching it here from San Diego on CBS Sports every night. But you definitely should hit me up after this, and I'll see if I can get you some tickets.
Yeah, little known fact, people don't realize, when I was going to junior college in Phoenix, we would drive from Phoenix to Vegas for every time there was a rodeo in town. We came in every time. It didn't make a difference what it was. We were in town for it. I used to go all the time. Like, I love going in, especially when it's this hot a competition right now. It's very evenly matched, and they don't have matchmakers. They don't put these guys together. It's just how you ride. So these guys are getting very evenly matched just by the quality of talent across from them, getting bigger prize money, or them trying to beat that guy who's always nipping at their heels. Like that game, it's just amazing to watch these little small, skinny ass guys with one big right shoulder that's huge and a left arm that's got nothing on it, and they're on top of this 3,000-pound beast getting freaking thrown around. It's just, to me, it's amazing. I love going. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna hit you up for. I want to bring my brothers are in town too, so I want to bring all them to the event as well. It's gonna be for me. It's one of the most exciting times about a sport that I will never attempt ever.
Yeah, I know. It is awesome. So I'll be watching every night from the TV, unfortunately.
No, well, I'll tell you what. I'll start giving you a text and let you know how it's going.
All righty. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it, bud. We'll talk to you soon.